Somebody asked about wiggle wire. Can't remember the name. Sorry, I'm bad with names. And it's really hard to see because I have that aluminate kind of covers it up. But basically what it is, it's a channel, and I'll show you a close-up of a small piece of it. There's a channel that mounts to your greenhouse, and then you pull your fabric, material, plastic, whatever you want through, or should I say across it, and then there's a wire that sits inside the channel because it's shaped sort of like that, and the wire goes in between. So as you're pulling it tight and you set your wiggle wire through it, and it starts at one end and you wiggle it back and forth, and that's the name wiggle wire. And like I said, I'll show you a small piece of it so you get a better idea. If you look underneath, you can probably see, well, it's one side of the channel. And then I have actually, the wiggle wire, depending on the thickness and the gauge of it, will hold different amounts of millimeter. I want to say that this one holds up to 20 mil. And what I have in it right now is I have 2 sheets of 6 mil plastic, UV plastic, and then the Alumacloth, which is equivalent of, I think it's 5 or 6 mil also. And then I have all 3 of those that are actually pushed down in here, and the wiggle wire goes back and forth, securing it properly. Really nice. It holds really well. The wiggle wire comes in like 8-foot sections. You can cut it yourself. I actually have bits and pieces cut so that I make my angles around, and I butt them up against each other. It's cut here and there. And then I do overlap the wiggle wire where it comes together. The wiggle wire itself comes in the same length sections. And you can pick it up at Greenhouse Supplies. I usually get most of my stuff through FarmTech. I really like dealing with them. People are really good. I have done some purchasing through like Mega Greenhouse Supply and B&T, and a few different places that I buy stuff depending on what I'm looking for. But like I said, I'll show you a small piece. I'm going to cut away now. I'll show you a small piece. I have like a 1-foot piece with a 1-foot piece of wiggle wire and a small piece of plastic, so you can actually see how that works a little better. It is really hard to tell what's going on with the aluminate. It just kind of shades everything out. All right, let me cut over to that. Okay, to continue with wiggle wire. There we go. To continue with the wiggle wire, I have a small piece of it. I drill the holes myself. It does not come pre-drilled. That way you can put the holes where you need to. If you're mounting this on a straight cold frame or something like that, you want to drill it right into your steel, or if you want to put wood backing or whatever like that. So you drill the holes yourself. You can see how it's shaped. It comes in 8-foot lengths, and so does the wire itself. Here's the wire. It has the shape. That will eventually go in, and you wiggle it back and forth into the channel. It takes a little getting used to, and I'm doing it backwards so you can see. Now it's quite fun. You do have to wiggle it back and forth. And now for a piece of plastic, I just grabbed a piece of plastic here. This is actually 6 mil. So let's say you have your wire and you're pulling it tight, and you get your one side started down inside in the channel, and then you pull it back and you put your second piece in. Bring it a little closer, bring it up, put that corner of that edge in, then you bring it down and push that edge in, wiggle it up, push that edge in. It goes a lot faster, you get used to it, and also when you're not trying to do it opposite way for a camera, it does go pretty quick. I could probably do an 8-foot piece in maybe about 20-30 seconds. But as you can see, what it does is the plastic sits back behind this steel, and it doesn't slip. This is very effective. It's not dirt cheap. It costs like $1 or $2 a foot, something like that by the time you get done. But But this works. It works really well. I love this stuff. Like I said, I usually get mine through Farm Tech. I know a lot of places carry it. They call it different names. Sometimes you can search under Wiggle Wire. Sometimes you have to call it Film Channel. But you know, even if you're not sure, most of the websites have searches for them. Or you can give them a call and ask them what it's called, or even the catalog number, and do a search by the catalog number, and you can see what this stuff costs. I don't remember offhand. I want to say it's like $1.25 to $1.50 a foot. The wire itself comes in the 8-foot lengths, and I think it's, I just don't remember. Look it up. I mean, it's very effective. It works really well. You can see there's people building greenhouses and they're trying to figure out how to pull it tight, and they're using things from Harbor Freight. They're, you know, stapling it. It's all going to cause rips. It's not going to hold well. This is worth the investment. I mean, I wouldn't have my greenhouse without this. I wouldn't even try with this something else after I've used this. It's just, I mean, don't waste your time. The little bit of money it costs per foot for this is well worth your time and your effort, and it will pay off. I mean, it doesn't go bad. It's aluminum and stainless steel. It's not going to rust. It's not going to disappear. All right. I hope that answered your question about the Wiggle Wire. I know there's a few other videos where they talk about Wiggle Wire, but they don't really get into showing it like this either. Thanks for the question. If you guys have any other questions, you know, feel free to ask. I'll answer them. But thanks for the question, man. Take care.